Do you find it hard to accept life as it is? Do you get frustrated when things don't go to plan? Does it upset you when things don't work out? This is the thing, we have to take the good with the bad. You can't have one without the other. So we have to learn to accept everything that comes to us in life, all the detours, all the delays, all the redirections, because they're all there for a reason. And we have to see that things aren't actually all that bad and understand that each journey, each pathway teaches us a lesson. We have to accept the fact that it is what it is. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is it. We can get so frustrated when our routine is fucked up, or somebody cancels our plans, or if an appointment gets rescheduled. We're like, what the fuck? It's so angry. And I used to be like this. Oh my God, I was so rigid. Oh, if something was out of direction, or if something was out of plan, or, I'd have this set rigid fucking routine. It was like, this happens now, this happens next, this happens next. And if it didn't work out, I'd get so angry. Oh my God, I get so frustrated. And it's really, really hard way to live, because you'd actually, it's like this rejection or something comes up every time a plan is changed, or, something doesn't work out, or, it feels so out of alignment that we're just unaccepting of things not being the way we want them to be. If something is planned, it's like, oh my God, it has to go exactly to plan, or everything is going to go wrong. But this is the thing, we need to learn how to be flexible. We need to learn how to take life as it comes. And we have to learn that things aren't actually bad, they're just different. And that's what I've learned to accept. And that's it, it's accepting it as it is. We have to learn just to go with the flow. And it's so much easier. Oh my God, it really is so much easier. Like before, if something didn't go around, or if it didn't work out, or if there was plans were cancelled, I'd be really upset. I'd be like, it's like you were fucking consumed. Oh my God. You'd be so intensely, fixated on this thing happening, that when it didn't, it was just like, it was the end of the world energy. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my God, woe me, and it was all consuming. Whereas now I'm like, okay, what's this trying to teach me? And that's the beautiful way of learning acceptance for everything in life. Ask yourself, what does this mean? So if you book an appointment and the appointment is delayed or cancelled, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? And that's it. I've come to understand, and delayed gratification is one of the things that I've come to understand. So if you're excited for something and it gets rescheduled, it just means you've got a little bit more time to be excited about it, because we're creatures of instant gratification. And if it doesn't happen yesterday, it's not good enough. But yeah, if it happens yesterday, it's gone. And we didn't appreciate it because it was fleeting, because we had it, that's the thing, the thing with I don't know why this came into my head, but there's an experiment. You put a sweet in front of a child, and you're like, if you don't touch that sweet, I'll give you 2. Just 10 minutes, sit there. Don't touch the sweet, I'll give you 2. The child ain't going to fucking wait. The child's going to take the fucking seat. And that's what we always do. It's like, we need this thing yesterday, oh my God. And then we don't get it, or then we get it and it's gone. And it's just like, oh, I'd love another sweet. Well, you could have had another sweet if you waited a minute. And that's what I believe every delay or redirection or detour is. It's literally just showing you to be patient. And I love this, because it is about patience. It's about patience. It's about trust. It's about waiting for the thing that you want. It's about delaying that great gratification so you appreciate it more. And I think that's really a big lesson for us to accept, is that, literally, if something doesn't come to you right now, it means it's going to be better. You're going to get 2 sweets instead of 1. You know what I mean? So if you're and it's simple things. We get so angry if we're walking out the door and we drop our keys, or if we forget something and we run back in. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. We should just leave a little bit earlier. But anyway, these are all little things in life to protect you. And oftentimes we, say if we're heading towards a goal or something, and it doesn't go the way we planned, it makes us angry. We're so fucking rigid on this fixed outcome that it's like, if it doesn't work out the way you fucking detailed it, it's the end of the world. Or it's like you feel like you've been redirected onto a different path, but your outcome is going to be the exact same anyway. The reason you've been redirected or rerouted onto a different path to get you there the long way around is because you've got more lessons to learn, and because you're going to have better information or better knowledge or better experience when you get to the final destination. So that's what we need to realize, is that no matter what way we go in life, no matter what might look like is getting in the way, what might look like an obstacle, we have to learn to accept that we're going to learn something on that detour. We're going to learn something, along the way. And this is the thing, every single thing happens for a reason. So if there is that kind of change of plan, or just that little bit of upheaval, or something doesn't work out, it's actually protection. You know what I mean? And we have to learn just to accept, it's just so much easier. Oh my God. Now, like, the way I see it, if somebody cancels plans, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can do something else now. I have other things that I can do. Or, there's a reason for this. And, I always, I love this as well. You might be going out with friends or something, and you've plans to go here, and that just goes to shit. For some reason, it just goes to shit, and everyone's all frustrated. It's like, no. You know why that went to shit? Because it wasn't good enough. We're going to get 2 sweets. We're going to get something better in wherever we end up. And it always works out that way. It only works out that way if you accept it for what it is. But if you don't, if you're literally going, oh, it's the end of the world, oh my God, our plans didn't work out, you're literally going to have a shit night, or a shit day, or a shit whatever, a shit outcome, because you're not accepting of the fact that it happened for a reason. So you get extremely frustrated, and then you end up fucking up your whole night because your mindset. But if you actually accept it for what it is, and realize that it was redirection, and that something better is coming, excuse me, you actually end up getting, better than you expected. So the outcome would always actually be better if you learn to accept the current situation. Accept where you are in life. This is so important. Sorry, excuse me. So this is it. Learn to go with the flow. Because every little thing that happens is there for a reason. Every little thing that happens is there to show you something. Every little thing that you go through has a message. And it's profound to discover that. And I know, this is funny, actually, this is after coming into my head. I walk, there's a forest near me, and I walk it, I've been walking it every year for nearly 8 years. Or every week, or every so often anyway. So I know this forest. I didn't realise how big it was, because I always just went the same route. Same shit, different day. You know what I mean? And then this one time I went a bit further, and I went the whole way around, and I got lost. And I ended up out on the road, about 1.5 miles away from my car. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? But I accepted it. And you know why? It was actually so beautiful, because I got to see the river, which I never saw because I was going the same fucking route all the time. I got to see the river. I walked the road then back to my car, and I got to walk alongside the river, and I got to see something beautiful. Walking the same forest over and over again, seeing the same trees over and over again. And then I get lost randomly, and I end up getting a nicer route back to my car. And I was like, you see, that's because I accepted. Whereas a few years ago, if that fucking happened, I would have been like, "Arr, arr," and I would have tried to go back the same way, and I probably would have gotten even more lost, and I would have been longer, way out of my just more time would have been consumed. And that's the thing, if we learn to actually just go with the flow, it's so much easier. You know what I mean? Learn that every redirection, every reroute is it's a redirection. It's showing you something. But one thing I have to say as well, it's teaching you something. It's teaching you patience. Patience is the big one. That's what I've come to learn, that if something goes wrong, or if something is delayed, or if something's not working out right now, it's teaching you patience. And what is that patience also teaching you? Slow the fuck down, for one. It's so much easier to slow down as well. You know what I mean? If you don't accept things as they are, and you're constantly rushing to fucking get to this fixed outcome, you're missing out on everything. You know what I mean? But when you literally just go, it is what it is, and learn to accept it for what it is, you literally just kind of, you end up seeing more beauty. You end up getting nicer scenery in a sense, or you get more rewards. And that's the thing, like, it's back to that sweet thing again. Do you want one sweet that's going to be gone, and literally when it's gone you're going to be like, that was anticlimactic? Or wait that little bit longer, and that's another, I love that, like, you know, and you get to be more excited, and you get a bigger reward. And that's it. Like, you know, I booked in my tattoo, and the tattoo artist that I normally go to, she was out, like, you know, so she wasn't emailing me back. And I was kind of, initially I was kind of getting a little frustrated. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was like, no, just go with the flow and just redirect. So I rang them up anyway, and I ended up getting a different tattoo artist, and I booked it, and it was like 3 weeks I had to wait. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to wait 3 weeks. But then I was like, why am I being told to wait 3 weeks? Because I'm getting 3 weeks of excitement to get my tattoo. And like, you know what I mean? It was actually rescheduled as well. So I had to wait another week, and it's not happening until today. And I'm just like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Why is this happening? But it literally gave me more time to be excited. And she was supposed to do my sketch for me last week, but she only did it on Monday, and I was just like, oh my God, where's my sketch? And then she sent it to me, and now I've got more excitement. What I mean by this is that literally the delay meant that I had more of a build-up, more anticipation, more looking forward, and then the sketch was better than I expected. You know, that kind of way. So like, the outcome is so much better, and I know the outcome is going to be so much better because I got to wait and I got to build up that excitement. So, you know, if we have instant gratification, and if we don't accept things, you know, as they happen, we're literally, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off, but in a good sense, if you get me. You're literally ripping off the excitement, and it's gone. Do you get me? So like, literally, if it happened 3 weeks ago, yes, I would still be excited that I got my new tattoo, but at the end of the day, it would be over. Whereas I have had 3 to 4 weeks of going, yeah, I got a tattoo. You know what I mean? And I was just like, really just, you know, I'm working with a new tattoo artist now, so that's fun as well. So all of these things are teaching me patience, delayed gratification, extended excitement, because I just accepted it instead of getting angry with it. And I just think it's such a beautiful way. Self-acceptance is, or acceptance of life, comes hand in hand with, you know, asking those questions. Awareness. And that's what it is. Awareness of everything that happens. Because nothing happens by accident. Every single thing we go through happens for a reason. And we have to ask ourselves, what is it? What is this reason? Why is this delayed? Why is this changed? Why am I being brought down this different route? What can I learn from this? And that's it. Like, you can learn so much more. If your route is extended, you're getting to experience more. You're getting to enjoy more. You're getting to learn more. Like, isn't that better? You're like, and I was so rigid on timelines. You know, if I set a goal, I wanted the goal to happen at this time. And it was getting so frustrating for me, because I was just like, oh my God, is this ever going to happen? And then it actually took me a few weeks after the deadline. And these are only personal deadlines, you know, but like, after this deadline for my goal, and I was so angry, I was so frustrated. I was like, is this even my path? Is this not even going to work out for me? And it took me a little while after the perceived deadline to actually just say to myself, hold on, was I even fucking ready? I was like, no, I'm still not ready. You know, that kind of way. It's the goal that I had set out. Like, I wasn't ready at that time. That was over a year ago. I'm only ready now. For fuck's sake, I needed that extra time to experience more, to learn more, and to, I suppose, heal more. And that's another thing. Like, that delay is there also for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to rush into my goals or my dreams too quickly while I was still in the depths of healing, I couldn't have appreciated it. Because I would have, and that's the thing as well, you have this, I personally have this imposter syndrome when I start anything new, and it's just like, oh my God. So like, when I'm really in the depths of healing, you end up sabotaging the thing when it comes anyway. So, this delay, this acceptance of, accepting life as it comes, accepting that everything is there, just, it's supposed to happen that way. It can actually it's so relaxing actually. It's just so, it's easier. Like, instead of getting angry because you're stuck in traffic, ask yourself, why am I stuck in traffic? And I love this. Like, I hit a few traffic lights there a couple of weeks ago. It was actually last week. But because of the delay, I ended up seeing these signs and synchronicities. And then I was stuck behind another van, which had signs on the van that were like, related to my journey and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is why I'm stuck behind this van. It's because I had to see these signs. So I accepted it for what it was. And, instead of getting frustrated all the time, isn't it just so heavy to get angry and frustrated when things look like they're going wrong? But it's just so much easier to just go, it is what it is. I accept it for what it is. What can I see from this? And that's it. We can see and experience so much more when we just accept. Accept everything as it comes. Accept life on life's terms. Because everything, there's not really any delays, but there's not really any bad things either. We perceive things as bad and good. But as far as I'm concerned, everything just is what it is, and if we can perceive it as bad or good. So do you see an obstacle as a stepping stone, or do you see it as a pain in the hole? Do you know what I mean? And you're going to have the worst day ever if you see it as an obstacle. I get stuck behind a tractor now. I'm like, whatever. I left early. I'm not going to be late, and I'm not going to risk my life, trying to rush. And why am I being stuck behind this tractor? So that I relax, so that I slow down, so that I don't rush, so that I don't cause an accident. This is all of the things that you have to be aware of, be accepting of. Ask yourself, I'm just telling you, every day, every moment, every single second, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What can I learn from this? You know what I mean? Ask yourself. I'll keep repeating, ask yourself, ask yourself, ask yourself, ask yourself. Every single time anything happens, good or bad, perceived good or bad, just say, hey, what does this mean? What is this showing me? I accept it for what it is. And then there is no bad moments. There is no bad luck. There is no obstacles, because every little thing is a lesson. Every little thing is a guide. Every little thing is an experience. And isn't it better to get 2 sweets instead of 1? Isn't it better to have more experience for the desired result? Isn't it better to have enjoyed the journey rather than rushing past everything and not seeing it? Because that's the thing. When we're unaccepting, we've got tunnel vision, we've got blinkers on, and we're fucking rigid. All we see is that dot at the back, and it's like that outcome at the back, and that's all we see. We think we're going to be happy when we get there, and that's it. And then we literally miss out on the perfect little things in life. We miss out on everything around us. We miss out on the beauty of life. We miss out on everything because we're literally fixated on this rigidity, and that's all we can see. So literally, you're like literally looking at 1 sweet on a plate, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to get the fucking sweet, I'm going to get the sweet, and if that doesn't work out, it's the end of the world. If you just take a step back and see all the sweets. There's loads of fucking sweets everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere, man. Do you know what I mean? And go like it literally, you can hop and skip around. And I'm just seeing this energy of being in a meadow around flowers and mushroom toadstools and stuff, and just floating around, and just I go here and I'll have fun here, I go up here and I have fun here, and then when I get to the sweets at the end, it'll be fucking great because I had so much fun along the way, because I accepted everything as it came rather than seeing it as an obstacle, rather than seeing it as a struggle. So this is where we just flow with life. Go with the flow. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you don't get frustrated. If somebody cancels plans, you're like, yay, I got some free time. Whoop, whoop. Do you know what I mean? And it is. It's just Like, literally, like, there's, you know, whatever, as I said, the universe only removes something or changes something to make room for something better. It really does. So if plans change, it means that whatever you do instead of those plans is going to be way better anyway. So literally you go, yay, freedom, get to spend some time on my own, that kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? Or appointments is rescheduled, it's like, yes, I don't have to do anything now, just chillax. Do you know, it's great. It's just that really good energy of just accepting everything as it is, because everything is actually perfect. So don't be looking at things as being bad, because all things are good. All things are a lesson, all things are an experience, all things are here to help you grow. So stop thinking about the fucking sweet on the plate and just wait. Wait for that moment. Accept every little thing, because every little thing along the way is a reward. You know, and don't perceive it as bad. If you just accept that everything is just is. It just is, like. It's not bad. It is good, because if you perceive it all to be good, it will actually be good. So literally just see it for what it is. Just this thing that is teaching you something along the way. And that's exactly what it is. All you have to do is accept. Accept life on life's terms. Accept that everything happens for a reason. Accept that it is what it is. Accept that everything has a lesson. Accept that everything can be replaced with something better if you just accept it as it is in that moment. And that's a fact. Go with the flow and chillax, because every little thing is there to show you something. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I'd love nothing more than to help you in your path.